far as that camera, I wanted to discuss a few things with you. So that morning, we saw Cecilia awake around 5:30 that morning. She leaves, you kind of follow her out, but almost 5 minutes later, you come back in, and that's you there.
This is 57-year-old Jerry J., who had no idea that the aftermath of his brutal crime was captured on his home camera. It was a crime so cruel and uncalled for that it caused him to flee and go on a multi-state crime spree, all while his wife's family desperately looked for her. But the most shocking part of all wouldn't be the hours of surveillance footage, the lengths he went to try and escape, or his callous interrogation with police. It would be the fact that this wasn't his first time doing it, and that he was willing to do or say anything in order to avoid facing the consequences.
Do you think would be putting this on your family?
Behind me. Who's next to me behind me? This is called black magic. These are for real. It's black magic. Skinwalkers can run 600 miles in less than 30 minutes. Wow. They're quick and fast. Trust me. I'm going to be dead within 3 months. Trust me. They really are listening up, yeah?
Cecilia Finona, or Cece, as her friends and community knew her, was an absolute force to be reckoned with. A Navajo woman raised in New Mexico, she went into the Army soon after high school and served for 31 years, rising to the rank of Army Master Sergeant. While serving her country, she raised 2 beautiful children and dedicated herself to her community. When she wasn't standing up and demanding better resources and care for struggling veterans, she was helping out and advocating for other Navajo members. Not only was she a mother, but eventually she became a beloved grandmother. And throughout her entire life, she was a giving, hardworking daughter to her ill mother. In 2019, Cece was living in Farmington, New Mexico with her on-again, off-again boyfriend of over 10 years, Jerry J. She had known Jerry almost her entire life. A smooth talker, it's likely that she had no idea what he was capable of, or what he had done in the several years when she was stationed on the other side of the country. While she was serving her country, Jerry was home in Arizona, sinking his claws into an innocent woman and destroying an entire community with his selfishness. It was the man who had promised to protect her, the man who had said he was willing to do anything to get her back. Instead, he made sure that no one could ever love her again. Jerry was immediately taken into custody, but unfortunately, law enforcement didn't adhere to his Miranda rights when he asked for a lawyer. When Cecilia suddenly disappeared after a fight with Jerry, her ill mother contacted relatives. When relatives arrived at the home, they were shocked to find a horrific scene. A trail of blood led from the porch down the driveway. Blood was smeared on the side of the home, and the bloody lens of Cece's glasses laid on the ground. In an effort to clean up, the trail of blood had been sprinkled with potting soil. It wasn't long before Cece's family was pointing the finger at Jerry J. A trace of his phone records showed that his phone shut off at about the same time as Cece's at the edge of town and had never turned back on. By tracking her bank statements, law enforcement came to a realization. Jerry had fled the state and was using her card at ATMs in Nevada and Arizona. Using these records, law enforcement was able to track Jerry down to Sparks, Nevada. 6 days after Cece was last seen, he was arrested on charges of possession of a credit card without owner's consent and fraudulent use of credit card. Upon his arrest, however, he was much more concerned about the tightness of his cuffs than asking any questions.
Listen this up. Because they're real tight on me.
Which one?
On my left side.
Left side?
Yeah. It gets real tight. Because it's hurting.
All right.
Law enforcement in Sparks quickly contacted the Farmington Police Department and alerted them that Jerry was in custody. By the next morning, 2 detectives from Farmington arrived to speak to him about the most pressing crime, the disappearance of Cece. At first, Jerry is not thrilled to talk to them.
Jerry?
Chavez. I'm with the Farmington Police Department in New Mexico. Okay. So I wanted to visit with you just a little bit tonight, but prior to doing that, I do have to read you your rights. Okay. So you do have the right to remain silent.
I'll plead my fifth right now.
Okay. You do not want to speak to me at all.
Well, if you got something to say to me.
Okay. Well, let me finish reading you your rights, and then I'll let you know what I want to talk about. And then at that point, if you do not want to speak with me, then please just let me know. So the reason that I'm here, sir, is I actually don't want to speak to you about anything that happened today. Nothing of that. What I do want to talk about is Cecilia's family. They reported her as missing. So basically, we're just trying to figure out where she is, and I'm just wondering if you're able to help us, maybe point me in the right direction. Do you know any of her friends or other people that I could speak to?
I don't know.
Okay. So there's nothing that you're able to provide me to help me find her?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want to continue to speak with me?
Might as well.
Okay. How long have y'all dated? I mean, how well do you know her?
I've known her since we were kids.
Oh, okay. All right.
Since 1972.
Okay,
Since we're 11 years old.
That's a little bit of time, huh? Okay. So you've known her for a long period of time, but have you always been in contact? I guess I'm just trying to gain how well you know her.
Like I said, I've known her since in the 5th grade. We dated in high school. We went our separate ways, but we kind of kept in contact without anyone knowing.
Oh, okay.
We were just friends then, because we were both married at the same time.
Okay, I understand.
Jerry has shown the detectives a lot in just 3 minutes. For starters, he pleaded the 5th the instant they said they were from Farmington. Now, pleading the 5th in itself isn't suspicious, but the fact that he doesn't even ask what they're questioning him about is. He doesn't have to ask because he knows exactly what this is about. However, later in this interview, he will tell the police that he didn't know Cece was missing until they informed him. You're about to watch as Jerry desperately tries to assert his dominance and control the narrative. Unfortunately for him, the detectives know exactly how to play to his ego by sitting back and letting him dig himself a hole.
Oh, before I say anything, can I see your identification?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I forgot to ask first.
Absolutely. Trust me, I know exactly how you feel. Can you see? Sorry.
I can't see you because I don't have my glasses with me.
Well, no, but I mean,
That's fine. You can pick it up and look at it if you want.
I was just going to take this out so you could actually see it because the plastic makes it pretty difficult. After 10 years, you don't know who any of her friends are.
No, she keeps it private away from me.
Is there a reason that she's I mean...
I don't know, it's just kind of my instinct, I think. Maybe it's just something going on, but I don't know. I think she was seeing somebody else too. But I kind of knew something was going on for the past 2 years.
Okay.
But I know she wasn't telling me the truth.
Oh. Because, I mean, obviously, they're very worried. They're very upset and they're afraid because they've not heard from her.
Yeah.
So, do you know anything about her as far as, like, medical issues, anything like that? Because they're just, at this point, they're just worried that she's okay. You know, is it possible that she could have gone on one of her little journeys or whatever it is, and then maybe she's now sick or hurt or something is going on?
I know sometimes she gets all upset with herself. Sometimes she just wants to be alone.
Okay. Upset like how?
Well, it's because the way she's told me, she's been in the military almost all her life from high school.
Okay.
You know us Native Americans and our religious rights.
Yes, sir.
We're not supposed to touch the dead.
Correct.
Those has been haunting her all to this day, and she still gets those dead people. You can always talk to a medicine man or whoever, they'll tell you the same way. She still sees all these dead soldiers that she's still see. In our religious right, you're not supposed to touch dead people, because if you do, it comes back on you, and you'll see all these dead people coming at you. Because I know sometimes she says that they talk to her, she gets scared.
Okay.
Jerry has gone from pleading the fifth to talking 1,000,000 miles an hour.
It's just like recently, you know about skinwalkers, right?
Yeah.
They're no good.
Nope, not at all.
They came after me 2 weeks. What was it? Not even a month ago.
Okay.
They used my dad's. See, when my dad passed away 5 years ago, I forgot to put his denture away. I forgot all this time I was working. I kept it inside their storage unit a month ago. Somebody called me in early in the morning, called my name. I woke up and I told Cecilia, "Hey, did you call me?" She goes, "No." I looked around. So I got up, went to work, and I heard a whistle blowing right through my ear. That should have snapped. That they were playing with my mind again. That's what do you call? You're not going to understand what we go through this call. This is called black magic. These are for real. It's black magic. Skinwalkers can run 600 miles in less than 30 minutes. Wow. They're quick and fast. They're called shift changers.
I'll have to look it up. You're right.
Human beings can come into animals just like that, quick. They can walk as a skinwalker, 6-7 feet tall, and back to a normal human being like that walking. They're no good people. She understands. I'm sure you've never seen them, but you heard about them.
I've hung out on the reservation a lot, and I've seen some things I can't explain. I don't know.
I'll tell you this, when they were having her ceremonial done, when she first came back, it was like around 1 o'clock. I was sitting by the door. All her relatives, her mom were all in here. Medicine man was sitting just right down, and I looked this way. I saw a skinwalker walk right by the window with his whole...
You're giving me chills when you say that.
Trust me, man. A wolf's head, nose sticking out, walking like that on 2 feet. And that person went across. Our next door neighbor, Willie Brown, attacked them.
Oh, man.
So he had to call his brother to get it fixed. That skinwalker terrorized them real bad.
So can I ask you a question on the skinwalkers? When was the last time that you saw one?
Last time I saw one was 2012.
Oh, okay.
That's when I was telling you about the ceremony. That's the
Okay.
first time I ever saw one. But I didn't see the face because they say if you see one,
Yeah.
you're gone. You black out. You never know what hit you. You don't believe me.
No,
I think it wasn't because he's never grown up around it or been around it. It's different.
This is what they call black magic. You guys call them witch doctors, whatever. Us skinwalkers are the most powerful in the whole United States. More powerful than any other tribes. Anything you spit, your hair, your this, they use that against you. Your clothing, that's why they never told us never leave your clothes hanging outside.
Oh, really?
Even your own footprint, they can use that against you.
Huh.
People out there are bad people out there. Trust me.
I believe you.
So, well then let me ask this. When was the last time you saw her? So that we can,
We're at the house. I left with the truck.
Okay. What day was that?
That was Friday.
Friday. I don't know what day that was though.
That was almost like the last day of the month or some sort.
I think, yeah, because it seems like it's, I'm terrible with dates.
Because today is what, the 5th?
Yeah, oh gosh, today's Wednesday already. So, Friday? Did you say Friday or Saturday?
Thursday or Friday, somewhere around there.
Okay. So, I mean, did she say that she had any plans?
She didn't say anything.
Okay.
I know she was talking to somebody on the phone real quiet. She didn't want me to hear, but I could hear her conversation talking to somebody.
Okay.
They were talking real low.
Do you remember what time that was?
Probably at nighttime, maybe 10 o'clock, after 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was dark out?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have a house phone? Is it a house phone or does she have a...
We had a cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was talking on that?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you know the number to that?
Oh, like I said, man, I know she's been talking a lot on the phone with someone real low. I could hear them talking, chit-chatting.
Okay.
And I always tried to tell her, I says, who are you talking to? I said, I'm not talking on the phone. She gets all mad and upset. I said, Celia, I can hear you guys talking real low. She gets all upset about it. So I don't know who she's talking to at that time.
What does she say to you whenever you ask?
When I ask her, she gets all upset.
Can you hear any portion of what she's saying
Oh,
back?
I can't because we're kind of I'm in the bedroom, she's in the living room.
Okay.
Yes, but I can hear them chit-chatting at night.
Okay.
Real low.
I had to ask.
Yeah. I mean, I do have good ears.
Okay.
Trust me.
Let me ask it, does she text? Does she do that?
She does, yeah.
Have you seen any of her text messages or
She
anything like that?
she doesn't open up that phone to me.
No?
No,
Okay.
she doesn't want me to see things in there. So,
Okay.
okay, what do you do is your own business.
Well, I mean, I guess for me,
I mean, how would you like it if you're living with someone, you ask her, then who you, and then she gets all upset. So there has to be something going on there.
well, that's what it would lead me to believe. If I were in your shoes, I think that's
I'm just trying to ask her now. I said, who are you talking to? Who are you texting with? And then she gets all upset about it. And she says, none of your damn business, okay?
After speaking for about 20 minutes about skinwalkers, which is a widely held native belief, the detective manages to masterfully steer the conversation back to the topic at hand. It's clear that Jerry likes to talk. By allowing him to do that at length, the detectives have earned themselves some favor, and they intend on using it to get incriminating answers. When you're deep into unraveling the details of true crime cases like this one, every sound matters. From dissecting witness statements to analyzing eerie 911 calls, our work demands intense focus. And that's why at The Villains, we use Raycon Everyday Earbuds. These earbuds are our secret weapon for immersing ourselves in the darkest mysteries. With active noise isolation, we can block out distractions and dive deep into our research, ensuring that we catch every crucial detail. Whether we're scripting, editing, or listening to interviews, the premium sound quality keeps everything crisp and clear. And let's talk about battery life. 32 hours of playtime means that we can go all day uncovering the truth without worrying about charging. Even if we forget, Raycon's Quick Charge gives us 90 minutes of battery in just 10 minutes. Another game changer? Multi-point connectivity. We can seamlessly switch between our laptops and phones without missing a beat. Perfect for toggling between audio files and reference material. Plus, they fit like a dream. With optimized gel tips, they are so comfortable that we forget we're even wearing them. And the best part? Raycon gives you all of these high-end features for half the price of other premium brands. If you're ready to level up your listening experience, head on over to buyraycon.com/villains and get 20% off the everyday earbuds. Click the link in the description. Your ears will thank you.
a little bit of a topic change. So you came out to Nevada. Were you guys supposed to have a vacation together, or I mean?
No, so I just went on my own. She just gave me the credit card.
Okay. So I mean, this was just like a weekend trip. Well, actually, weekend. It's in the middle of the week, right? Yeah, it's in the middle of the week.
Yeah, she just gave me the credit card. And that was about it.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what day was that? What day did she give you the credit card?
Friday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Did she say anything to
No,
you?
she didn't say nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Did you tell her anything before you
I
left?
told her I was gonna. I'll be back.
Okay.
And that was it. I left.
Alright. Like I said, you've described her frame of mind. I'm just trying to...
She's just, like I said, ma'am, she's kind of like private. I don't know. We used to talk about those and everything got changed. She's kind of like keeping a lot of stuff to herself.
When did that start?
I say about over a year now. She's been doing that. But I don't say anything. You know, what she does is her business.
That Cecilia was missing, was reported missing.
Until now.
You didn't know.
Huh.
So none of her family tried to call you, or?
I don't even have my phone.
Oh, okay.
I left it at the house.
Oh, your phone is at the
Yeah.
house? Oh, okay. You came out with no phone? I can't survive. I've got two. I can't survive without mine.
I don't even care for a phone.
I'm not judging.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I
yeah.
can't.
I really don't get no phone calls from anybody. But I told her I was going to come back.
Okay. Sorry. I just made my heart skip a beat. I don't think I could travel without a phone. It did.
I've done without a phone for a long time, all my life.
I don't know that I could survive.
To me, I think a phone is really not. Probably only for a good purpose, but in a way, it's probably not really good. That's my point of view.
So you'll get to the house and you'll have like 107 missed phone calls on your phone.
I doubt it. Nobody ever calls me. I was only waiting for work, and that was about it.
Well, I mean, from
Yeah.
Cecilia's kids and everything.
Yeah.
Because they've been calling and
Well,
stuff.
but Randy's was the last one I called.
When did you call?
About a month prior to Cece's disappearance, she and Jerry actually split up. After multiple domestic violence incidents, Cece demanded that he leave. He moved to Albuquerque. However, much like his last relationship, it seems as though he was refusing to take no for an answer. A week or so before Cece disappeared, Jerry moved back in. Neighbors recall that instantly Cece became distant and quiet. When Jerry was gone, she loved speaking with them and spending time with them. Upon his return, she would hardly look at them. It's not unusual for abusive partners to isolate their victims. To those who knew Cece, it was clear that that's exactly what Jerry was doing. Jerry goes on to speak about the problems that the two were having in the relationship. He states that the two went and saw a medicine man, who saw images that indicated that the two were under attack by a malevolent force. At this point, the detectives are well aware that the only malevolent force is sitting directly across from them.
Magic is causing you to get upset with each other?
Probably is. That's what Paul said, because it did stated that Anasazi pottery. No, it was on the deer bone that my dad was on there standing. They saw me kneeling down. My mom was right behind me, and the light like this, and then she was right behind there. All four of us.
And what do you think that meant?
It meant death to all of us. That's what they told us. That's what it meant. Because of the deer bone.
Would be putting this on your family.
Behind me. Behind me. Who's next to me behind me? Behind me, who's next to me? That one. Ask that person. My sister.
Really?
3 attempts on my life had me killed. Didn't do it because we had medicine man fix it for me. April of last year, I got hit Saturday morning. Some guy.
Do you think that this perhaps has done something to her?
I wouldn't doubt it. But she's hired people to do it, and she'll deny it.
No, well,
But let me tell you this. Some of us, I already talked to my cousin. I already done told some of my relatives who's behind this. Just recently, my cousin Lorraine says, my cousin, her sister Gloria called me and goes, hey, all of a sudden your sister Debbie comes up. All of a sudden, out of nowhere. So it's kind of strange she don't come around and visit us or talk to us. Next day, Lorraine's dog died. Gone. Lorraine was upset. And I told her, don't let my sister in. Because what they do, they put some kind of tape underneath so they can pick up your particle hairpiece. And they use that to go against you. And they can take you out.
Do you think that your sister could be behind the reason that we can't get a hold of Cecilia?
I wouldn't be surprised. Because me, Cecilia, who else do you know about it?
Jerry is willing to blame skinwalkers and his sister before he'll admit that he has anything to do with Cece's disappearance to police. During the interrogation, it truly seems like Jerry believes the words that are coming out of his mouth. However, when he goes back to his cell, he tells his cellmate an entirely different story. On June 25th, Jerry's cellmate speaks to his girlfriend outside of prison and has her set up a meeting for him with the detectives. He spoke with them 4 days prior, but he refused to disclose any information. But now, after doing more digging, he's ready.
Yeah. So I guess I can start from the beginning. He, from the moment he came in the room, he told me that he had killed her. And he didn't tell me how initially, but he said, he's got it taken care of. And through the days, and especially after I left you the first time, because I didn't have all of the information, and he basically just spilled his guts to me. And it's kind of sad. I got a lot of information though. How she was killed, what he did with the body, where he traveled to.
Just tell me whatever order you want to.
Okay.
Where you want.
So I'll start at the beginning. I'll tell you, this is exactly what he told me.
Okay.
Exactly. He said that back in December, so her name is Cecilia. He drives a white Ford pickup. He said that back in December they started having problems because he was sure that she was cheating on him. And he didn't, he tried to deal with it back then. She kept denying it. Then one day, right before the murder, there was a cell phone in the bed. She wouldn't let him see it. She went to the bathroom. They got in a big argument about it. There was a physical altercation. And then he actually picked up a axe and hit her in the back of the head with the axe. And I tried to get some information when he told me that, like, damn, you cut her head off? And he said, no, he hit her with the blunt side of the axe. And she died. He then put her in his truck. I don't know what he wrapped her in or anything like that, but put her in his truck and took off, and he drove directly to Las Vegas. On the drive to Las Vegas, he took her cell phone, took the SIM card out and cut it up, he said. Took her cell phone and broke it and threw it out the window. I'm not sure if he did that to his own, but he did with hers. The bloody clothing and the murder weapon, I guess. As he was driving down the road, he got rid of it. Got rid of the stuff through the window. He didn't get rid of everything though. For whatever reason, and these are his words exactly, he drove to Las Vegas. He was going to post up at the Tropicana. He drove into the Tropicana parking lot, parked, and there were too many security. He still had the body in the back. Drove all the way from New Mexico, I guess, to Las Vegas because there were too many. And he said he got there. He drove directly. I think he said he got there on a Friday, I want to say. so he couldn't stay there. He didn't feel comfortable. He ended up driving down the strip, just down the street from the Tropicana, went to a smaller motel, and parked the truck there. I don't know if he checked in. But he was pretty clear on the Tropicana thing. He said that he had parked and security had driven around and it made him nervous. He gambled in Las Vegas, and that evening, and then he got back in his truck and he drove to get rid of the body. He drove all the way to California, and I know so Barstow, I think, is what he said. However, he was in the state of California getting ready to get rid of the body, and some cars or trucks came up on him, and he got nervous and didn't do it because he was afraid that they would recognize the car or the truck if the body was found. He hopped back into his vehicle, drove back to Las Vegas, or damn near Las Vegas, and I tried to get more information, but it's kind of hard to ask. Of course. And he said when he got near the military base, and I'm assuming it's Nellis, I don't know, but prior to Las Vegas, he said 15 miles outside of Las Vegas, he turned and was going to head up to northern Nevada, and right around Nellis Air Force Base. I'm guessing Nellis. He never said Nellis. He just said the military base.
There's a couple of them there.
Okay, well, I don't know that.
Okay.
He never said Nellis. He just said the military base. On the way north, and he drove off the side of the road, not very far, and dumped the body. Didn't bury the body, dumped it.
Just like that, law enforcement has the answers that they've been desperate for so long. Everything the cellmate says matches up with what they discovered at the scene of the crime, in the cell phone records, and in the movements of Cece's credit and debit cards. There is no proof or evidence that Cece was having an affair. However, it is not unusual for abusive partners to accuse their partners of infidelity in order to further control them. And, as we know, Jerry is all about control.
He said that he caught a murder case years ago in New Mexico. Said that he had told his gal from the beginning, not to fuck with him because he's already, don't lie, don't anything like that because he's not afraid, whatever. And he just said that he knew what to do better, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know where he threw.
There is no way that Jerry's cellmate could have known this unless it came directly from Jerry. His crime against Minnie was not highly publicized. In our in-depth research, we found less than 5 articles detailing the crime. Jerry's words indicate that he's proud of the crime that he committed, and even more proud of potentially pulling off this one. Fortunately, he hasn't. On August 9th, 2019, detectives from Farmington once more asked to speak to Jerry.
Hello, Jerry? Hey, I'm detective. Some questions about Cecilia. I just wanted to see if you got information to help us out here. Our main thing is locating Cecilia.
Yeah.
And I was able to speak with some of her family.
Yeah.
And they did mention there was issues, relationship issues between you and Cecilia where somebody was accusing each other of, I'm not sure if she was accusing you or you're accusing her of cheating. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, was she accusing you or were you accusing her?
I think we're both. Well, I look at it like this. I know she was doing it.
Okay.
I let it go for 2 years.
Okay.
She didn't think that I knew about it. I knew what was going on, but I let it go.
Okay.
And I wasn't about to get into it with her because I just look at her every day and she thought I was dumb and stupid. And I thought she was going to come out with it one day. She just kind of hid it. I knew what was going on, but to me, I said it's none of my business.
Okay.
If that's what she wants to do, that's her own business. I'm sure you can probably look it up if you can get the, like I said, the phone number on the AT&T. I'm sure the message and everything different what they were doing. It'll probably go in that category. I think it's for like 2 years. I really can't. Yeah. To me,
how long were you in a relationship with this?
Since 2005.
Okay.
About almost 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you probably gave Detective Chavez most of the information, but
yes,
I'm the case agent on this.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out. So AT&T.
Immediately, Jerry tries to paint Cece as a cheater, just like his cellmate claimed. Though he repeatedly states that he doesn't care and that her behavior is none of his business, the increasing tension in his body and his rising voice betray him. He's angry, and it's showing. By the way, if you're finding this video interesting so far, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really supports the channel. Now let's dive back in.
So I was telling you about Randy. Randy showed me some text messages that you had sent him.
Yeah.
And I wish I had a copy of it. Let me bring my big binder in here.
Yeah.
But the text messages.
I can look and see if I have them in my email, but.
Is that the one that night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thursday.
I'm the one that texted him because of that.
Yeah,
and that's why she said that I could do whatever I want and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you texted?
If I remember, I know she said that I could get anybody I want. I can, have sex and stuff like that. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
And that's what and then I said, I think your mom's crazy and things.
Yeah, I do remember you did say that.
Yeah.
Text Randy.
Yeah.
I do. I think did you call him or just text him?
I think I called him because I wanted to go. I know he wanted me to go work for him too out there building housing and stuff like that.
Okay. So on Thursday, which is May 30th, you had text Randy and said that your mom was accusing you of cheating on him.
Yeah.
I wish I had that message with me. And it's okay. And then it said, it's like you guys were having an argument, you and Cecilia.
Almost every other day, stuff like that.
Because you reached out to Randy. You feel comfortable with Randy?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
What was Randy's response to you? What did he tell you?
He was going to say something, but I know her mom cut him off.
Okay.
Told him just shut up, mind your own business and stuff like that. And Randy said, okay, I don't want to get involved.
Okay.
I think that's what he said.
In actuality, it was Cece who was accusing Jerry of cheating. The day of the murder, Jerry sent the following text message to Cece's son, Randy. Keep in mind, this is typos and all, and I'm going to try and struggle through this. Quote, "Hey, son. Anyway, your mom is always accusing me of messing around with another woman. I guess her relatives. Me hauling my female friends around, thinking I'm f***ing all the female friends. I keep telling her, they're my friends. She always say to me, I can always call any man I want to f*** them. All I can say is, wow. Besides, I tell her I don't even drink or do drugs. Anyway, she used to say, I can always call any man and f*** them all. She always say those words. I always tell her to go ahead. Got for it. I think your mom is crazy." Once again, this is an abusive tactic. Jerry is telling Cece's son things that no son wants to hear about his mother, and is, in turn, likely trying to damage their relationship. Jerry can lie about the contents of the text to police all he wants, but they have the records. And, unfortunately for him, they have something else that's much more incriminating.
Are you aware there's a camera in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that camera captured, I guess, did Cecilia stay on the couch that night?
Yeah.
Okay. And you stayed in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what we're here to talk about, is that morning.
Yeah.
And the important thing is I guarantee you've been honest with us.
Yeah.
And I just want to confirm that I appreciate your honesty and cooperation.
I mean, I always do, no matter what. I'm doing what I can, trying to help you guys, whatever.
Okay.
It's like I said, we every day, a man and a woman always have argument. Not everything is going to be perfect, whatever.
Sure.
Something always comes up, or he or she does, whatever.
Mm-hmm. But as far as that camera, I wanted to discuss a few things with you. So that morning, it was about 5 or so, we saw Cecilia awake.
Yeah.
Do you remember waking up around that time? It was about 5 or so.
I told her that we're supposed to go to McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are supposed to go to McDonald's?
Yeah. And we did. Right there off of, right across from the Taco Bell. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's interesting is this was around like 5:30 or so. I wish I had my book here. But around 5:30 that morning, she leaves. You kind of follow her out. But almost 5 minutes later, you come back in, and that's you there on camera.
Yeah.
A few images here. But the interesting about it is you come back in, and she never comes back in the house.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple more photos of you getting your stuff.
Yeah. Those are just my regular clothes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's important about this is when we got involved in this missing person investigation, we found a lot of blood outside the trailer at the bottom of the stairs. We also found a piece of her glasses. And then what we see in this video is you have what appears to be a substance on your pant leg. And like I said, your honesty is really important, Jerry.
Yeah.
Looking at this, we know something happened out there.
Yeah.
And just tell us what happened, Jerry.
You know what? Let me deal with this prison sentence, okay? I know you guys are going to transfer me over there. Then we'll talk. Okay? I'm just giving you my word.
I would like you
Okay.
to let's take care right now if it's possible.
No. I'd rather,
Okay.
because they said that I got a lawyer present. I'd rather be with the lawyer first. Okay?
All right. And you do have that right.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to share this with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, any normal person can connect these dots here.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask you any questions. I'll continue talking to you.
But like I said, let me deal with this first. When I get there, and then I'm sure you know that they're going to transfer me over there. And then we'll sit there and talk.
Okay.
And I guarantee I'll give you some answers.
Okay. And
Police already have answers. In the surveillance footage that was inside the home on the night of the murder, they capture the last footage of Cece alive. Cece leaves the home carrying her cell phone. Moments later, Jerry follows behind her. Just minutes after Jerry goes outside, he comes back inside with blood all over his pants. He quickly changes, taking his soiled clothes off to dispose of. The footage continues to show Jerry pacing in the home and moving various incriminating items out of the home. Cece is never seen again in the footage. While Jerry is cleaning up, she's still alive, but unconscious in the back of his truck. She will likely die as he drives around with her body trying to figure out where to dispose of her. In the interrogation, detectives try one more last-ditch effort to get Jerry to let go of his last piece of control, the knowledge of where Cece's body is.
Jerry, we deserve to know where our sister Cecilia is at. We're kindly asking. Not knowing has taken a toll on our minds and our hearts. Our niece and nephew don't deserve this. How can one tell their children that their grandmother is nowhere to be found? If you can find it in your heart, please tell us. We're seeking closure for our family. Cecilia took you into her home and helped you in so many ways. Can you find it in your heart to have that same respect for her? May you have mercy on her family. God bless you. The Barber family. So please think about that for the family.
Like I said, let me deal with this. When I come back, I'll make sure that both of you will talk. Okay, I promise you that.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to go say stuff without a lawyer present too. So. Okay.
Yeah, because we met already.
In December, after having no luck finding Cece's body, even using his former cellmate's tips, detectives request a meeting with Jerry. At the time, he's still serving his sentence for using Cece's credit cards, and he knows more charges are coming.
hey, Jerry, how are you?
Door closed? Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, Jerry. Do you remember me?
Yes, ma'am.
Inspector Finona, you remember me? The Marshall County Jail. So last time we talked to you was 4 months ago. It was in August.
Yes.
And when we talked to you there, you made some statements where you wanted to take care of the charges here, and then we're gonna. And since you're here, you've already taken care of those charges. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of tell us what happened that day. You know, we left off.
Well, I was told by the people that represent me in Reno not to say nothing without a lawyer present too.
Okay.
That's what they told me.
You have a daughter, correct?
Yeah, but nobody talks to me.
Sure.
Especially when I'm in here, my family just stays out.
We understand you love your daughter, and if something like this happens to your daughter, you would want us to do our due diligence. And we'll
Probably not, because I do it my own way. Trust me. I got other ways to find people that know how to find people. Trust me.
Sure. That's what the family's doing right now.
As Jerry's response about finding justice, quote-unquote, his own way indicates, he's one to play by his own rules. He never used those cards. It took until February of 2021 for Cece's remains to be found in a remote area outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. Her body was transported back to New Mexico, where her family was greeted by a parade of veterans, all paying their respects. Jerry was sentenced to an additional 33 years in prison for second-degree murder and kidnapping. In the wake of Cece's unnecessary death, her family has dedicated themselves to standing up for other missing and murdered Indigenous women. Undoubtedly, it is something that Cece is looking down on with pride. Though she is gone, her legacy, compassion, and kindness live on in her children and all who knew her. Now, if you think this case was horrific, you need to check out my video on the genius detective who tricks a guilty suspect into confession.